Major transformation is scary, right? We say, oh, I want to lose this big amount of weight. Oh, I want to make this big amount of money. Oh, I want to transform this part of my relationship. And then we shut down, we self sabotage, and we don't do it because, quite frankly, it's just all too much. Well, let's fix it with a rhyme. Today's video, I'm going to teach you a rhyme that has served me well for decades, and I want you to have it in your back pocket too. Let's go. I feel like we all want major transformation. We all want to pay off a big debt or lose a big chunk of weight or buy our dream home or do these big things. And then we sabotage ourselves because it seems overwhelming. And so, what I like to do is write down little bitty tweaks, TWEAKS, little bitty tweaks. And I like to focus on a tweak a week, is what I call it, a tweak a week. And even if you fail half the time, at the end of the year, you've still tweaked 25, 26 things in your life or your business. Now, my tweaks, and I do that instead of goal setting at the beginning of the year. I have a list called 2024 tweaks, and it may cover that mine do cover a variety of areas. Some will be personal, like health wise, drink more water or drink greens daily, or be that girl that meal preps, or some of those things. Some of mine will be relational, hit date night 2 weeks out of the month instead of, oh, we got to do date night every week. It's just not realistic for us right now. Hit date night 2 times a month. That might be the focus of that week is, okay, let's sit down with the calendar. Let's put the dates on the calendar. Let's think of some things we want to do and let's really make that intentionality. The tweak next week might be drink only water. Now, notice I'm not saying don't drink alcohol, don't drink Coke, don't drink whatever. I'm saying this week, I'm going to drink water all week. That's going to be my tweak this week. I'm not going to focus on portion control, overhauling my diet, doing all the things. One thing I'm going to do. Or this week, I'm going to learn how to set up my email signature. Or this week, I'm going to set up my ring light. Or this week, I'm going to record a video. I'm going to learn how to record a video into my Facebook group. One tweak a week. And guess what? The earlier you do it in the week, the more excited you are about your whole week. The more you hit your tweak a week, the more you will build confidence in next week's tweak. Sometimes you might even say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and knock something else off my list. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 tweaks this week. But a tweak a week makes your life more manageable and it helps you see progress a bit more instead of you saying, I need to create my business program. I need to create this library of content. I need to create all these things. Instead, you could say, I'm going to write 1 article this week. My tweak this week is going to be to add 1 article. The other day, this week was to add emails to some of my sequences. That's my tweak of this week, was to add emails to some of my automated sequences. So Tuesday, during my focus time, which was admin, I opened up my email sequences and I looked at all the different campaigns and I picked 2 or 3 campaigns. I opened them up. I did hey, have you seen the quiz in this module? Blah, 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 hyperlinked. And then I copied that email and I pasted it into 3 other sequences and I added emails to 4 sequences. It took me 30 minutes. It's something I've been delaying forever, but I was done and I crossed it off my list on tweaks for the year. So a tweak a week, that's about being intentional. That's about managing your own expectations, but it's forward progress because what I will say is nobody stumbles into success really. Success is not an accident, but what I can absolutely say is progress is on purpose. You cannot, this is something I say a lot. You ready? You cannot prepare for perfection or predict perfection or wait for perfection, but you can polish progress. Do you see the difference? You have to get it out there, let it be a little messy, let it be a little imperfect. Then you can polish it while it's there. You can't adjust a recipe if you never cook it in the first place. You have to cook the recipe before what to shift, what to tweak, what to change. You can't redecorate your house until you decorate it the first time. You can't remodel a house unless it's built. You can't, we're trying to predict and procrastinate until we get it perfect, but there's never a perfect business. There's always a beta. There's always the low key launch. There's always the testing the waters. There's always the waiting in and the minimum expectation. So we have to cheat miserable because we're not where we think we should be or could be, or we're having grief about the time we wasted or whatever, or we can choose mastery and status grow. So that's what I want to encourage you to do. And it's not something that you have to wait for Monday. You have to wait for the beginning of the month. You have to wait for a new quarter. You have to wait for a new module. You can decide today. It can change your life, honestly. So the discipline about that is don't create a tweak a week for finances and a tweak a week for health don't drown yourself. Literally one focus for the week. I would love to know what some of your tweaks are going to be. Here's the secret. You don't have to wait till next month to start. You don't have to wait till a new year to start. You can start a tweak a week this week. You could change one thing. You could add one thing. You could shift one thing in that tweak a week. So I would love to know in the comments below. Here's a playlist you might want to check out. Just click the button and you'll go directly there. See you soon.